Greetings. Now, I'm back after such a significantly long time. The reason was because ever since the lockdown, I have been quite busy with university. You may have noticed the video that I released that was just part of my work. Um, so, I'm back with the beer reviews, and today I will be reviewing a very significantly different type of beer. Now, this beer I don't come across very often, mainly because I don't venture far from my house. I just go to a nearby liquor shop. But the other day I went to Box Hill, and in a Korean mart, I found this. Now, this is Hite Pale Lager. Now, from what I know about this through some browsing through the net, Hite Pale Lager was established in 1933, and it was originally called Chosun Breweries, I believe. I could get that wrong, but the Chosun part should be correct. So the main ingredient seems to be malt, as we can see here. It's just right up here. It's even symbolized by this nice illustration here of malt. So that's what you get. It's called Hite Beer. It's got a very nice title. Contrasts very well against the modern inscriptions here. This is quite gothic. Typecase in contrast with the quite modern typecase here. So I don't know, it feels like a very hipster packaging. I rarely come across such combinations like this. Normally it's either the whole thing's modern or the whole thing looks antiquated. My apologies. So yeah. So this is going to be the first beer I'm going to review in perhaps months. So I'm actually pretty happy because yay, I get to try something new. Now, the total alcohol volume for this is 4.3%, and the beer is surprisingly cheap. I got it for a price of $2.50 Australia. So in ringgit, that would be around 7 ringgit 50 cent for a beer. So that's quite average back in Malaysia, but I don't think they sell this. But for a beer here of 4.3% alcohol volume at a volume of 355 ml, you can see it over here, somewhere around here. I don't think it's going to be very clear, but at 355 ml with a alcohol volume of 4.3%, it is pretty cheap. $2.50 a can. That's real cheap. Never seen a beer like that for a while. Don't think I have ever seen one like that, actually. If you count non-alcoholic beer, but it's non-alcoholic, so it doesn't count. Now, we're going to taste it. But first, we're going to open it. That's right. It lets out a very nice, interesting crackle. Really like that sound. It sounds almost promising. Now, we shall pour it. I will pour this beer into this nice tasting mug that I always use. Ah, man, I miss this. Now, I will admit that this beer has been brewed with a different kind of brewing. It's called ice point filtration system, so it's a sort of cold fermentation process, which I must admit that I do not know much about, despite liking beer. But I will research that myself in my free time. Now, when we pour the beer in at a 45-degree angle in the middle here, we see that not a lot of foam has been produced, which is good. Not too much carbonation. Doesn't seem like a too gassy beer, at least, when you look at this amount of carbonation here with the foam. Now, the color of this beer, it looks like a very nice pale golden. Kind of lives up to the name of the Hite Pale Lager. Really pale golden color. Interesting. Now, to smell it. I don't know why, but It smells like corn, kind of like a Corona, but a sort of fermented corn, if you may. Now, I can't exactly detect any other scents, but I do detect a slight hint of rose. Some flowery tones in there, so that's nice. And maybe some nuts, but the nuts isn't exactly strong. It's weak. I can only smell very small traces of it. So, there you go. Now, I'm gonna drink this beer. Wait, that's not right. I'm gonna taste it. Yes, I have. Again, I apologize. I have not done this for a while. So, here we go. Now, upon tasting this, it tastes exactly like corn. But unlike Corona, the Corona beer I tasted, this beer leaves a very gentle sweet corn taste in your mouth. It's not exactly sweet, bittersweet, if I may. And the aftertaste isn't so significant, so that's nice. Really isn't incredibly gassy when you put it in your mouth. Yes, you might feel a slight burn from the carbonation, but there's not much left. And when you drink it, it's just smooth. There's not much of a feeling afterwards. It doesn't feel like it's packing a punch. It's not doesn't feel strong, but you certainly feel something. It's just not there. But overall, I must say it is relatively enjoyable with a sweet corn taste, a cheap price, a decent volume. This is an alright beer. It's not bad at all. Would I recommend it in the future? Well, if you like a beer that's strong but doesn't taste too strong and has a gentle taste, then I would probably suggest Hite Pale Lager for you. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.